¿Dónde está el charger? There it is. Man, if people didn't think I had a fake background before, they're gonna think it now. But you know what? That's all right. Just get situated here, get this smooth jazz playing in the background. Give me a can of water. Can't remember if that had locking wheels. It does not. Oh well. My loss. My loss, right? It's a Tuesday or Wednesday. EWTK, what's up? So, I told you I set up the room. I set up the room. My hands are still filthy. I got cars on top of cars and parked cars and all the cars. I got all the cars. The best cars. If people didn't think my background was fake before, they're going to think it's fake now. Heck yeah, Ethan. Get them. Get them and hang on to them. I mean, it's an investment. No. I thought my music cut off. That's going to be sad. You know, I almost bought a Cornet 440 back a long time ago because I thought it actually had a 440 in it, but it was a 318. It wasn't in bad shape though. Oh, you talking about when you were 22? Man, people, that's a tough one. I was always a big Dale Earnhardt fan. I met Richard Petty, so I gotta give him credit for that. But at once upon a time, I worked at Lowe's, so I gotta respect Jimmy Johnson too. I actually met Jimmy Johnson at a driver's meeting one time, and I told him that I also drive for Lowe's, but I drive a 20-ton dual axle flatbed. Oh, I'm sure he still thinks about it. How funny it was. Ethan, is that back when high school parking lots were actually full of classic cars? When I was in high school, the lots were full of cars from the late 80s. I remember a girl that I had a crush on had a 76 Dodge Charger. People, I still have some Dale Earnhardt memorabilia. Like out here on this property, I call it Auxland. It's where my automotive nonprofit shop is. I got a room kind of dedicated to memorabilia stuff, and I've still got a bunch of old Dale Earnhardt stuff in there, like the die-cast truck and trailer, and like Hot Wheel cars and stuff like that. Noah. Sorry, I got to move around to see the words, because where the words are, it's where the jacket is, and sometimes they don't contrast. That Vet is an 81 Corvette. It's a good eye, though. Oh yeah, we'll take a roundabout here in a little bit. But that 81 Corvette was a donation to my automotive nonprofit, which is AuxAuto, and I don't really know what I'm going to do with the car yet. But I'm thinking, or I'm leaning towards turning it into like a promo car, because you know how they're fiberglass. If you can spot the Corvette from sitting back there, then you know Corvettes. But somebody had painted it before the fiberglass dried, I guess, so the paint's kind of rough. So I'm thinking about wrapping it and then using it for like an AuxAuto promo car to do like, you know, burnouts and go to events and stuff like that with it. But I've also got to replace the interior. It's a little bit rough. I just realized what you said. No, it's a real background. But honestly, there's a lot of people that come in here thinking it's a green screen. And then I spend a lot of time getting up and going to touch something back here. But I think it's the way that I got the lighting and the phone that I'm using. I will start some of them up, but every time somebody comes in and thinks it's a green screen, I mean, I'm literally getting up like every 30 seconds to go start a car. And it's actually not so great for my starters, including this 68 up here. I need like a... But Max, here's the deal though. So AuxAuto is an automotive nonprofit. I provide financial mechanical assistance to people that depend on their transportation for a living. I basically pay the shop bills for people that can't afford to make their vehicle safe or operational. And I will go touch one of the cars, but it requires a follow, because I don't come on here asking for money. I come on here asking for support. And hopefully, eventually, all of that support turns into some sort of income that I can use to fix people's cars. Hot Wheels, that would be awesome. That's what I made a goal this week, because I have less responsibilities this week than I usually do. So my goal was to get to 5,000 followers on TikTok and 1,000 on YouTube. I've got YouTube on this device, and I've got YouTube on this device, and I got TikTok on this one. So I'm basically just coming in here and shamelessly promoting. No, the Vet doesn't technically run. It only runs if I put fuel into the carburetor. I do have a short, like 7 or 8 months ago, where I actually started it. It was right about the time that I put the engine in the Roadrunner. Oh, you know what? I gotta flip this around. Not like that. This one. There we go. Now it's normal. I touch a car for a follow, just because I have to get up so many times. The Charger has a fold in the headlights. I don't know what you mean there, Krager. You mean fog? Same thing, Max. Oh, you did? Oh, you did. Sorry, I missed it. Which one, the Charger? Oh, yeah, the fold-up headlights. It does. They're vacuum. I'll open the hood on it. I'm just kidding. And no, that wasn't pre-recorded. Gina, I sure did. I got one. I got a cars floating on each other. Old Medi over on YouTube. How you doing? Appreciate that. So, Gina, I don't know if you remember yesterday, but there was somebody that was he had like a 76 New Yorker, and he wanted to see mine, and I kind of felt bad that I didn't even have it in here, so I went and bought a battery. Of course, you know a battery nowadays is $230 for these things. And I I got it running, so I pulled it in here. So if they happen to come in, I can show them the 74. Max, not a lot of money, a lot of bad decisions. Honestly, a lot of these cars that I got, the Charger was a me and dad project from way back in the day. So that was kind of like that was when you can buy them for $6,000. The C body on top, the 300 was a $2,500 car when I bought it. This New Yorker I bought for $1,200. This is all way before everything got expensive. Hey Gina, I actually drove the 300 around what I call the track, because I'm kind of surrounded by roads. My little property is. And then it died on me, and I'm not getting any sparks coming out of the ignition coil, so I bought a new ignition coil that I'm going to pick up tomorrow when I take the Charger out to go get exhaust put on it. Max, the green car is a 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner. Yeah, I got a lot done today. I even got, there's this Ford. I got this thing nice and shined up. I'm gonna have to get a gas tank for it. Yeah, Ryder, we can go take a tour up here in a little bit. You got a Legos. That's a Charger, but that's a 69 Dodge Charger. Ryder, I've got TikTok on one device and I've got YouTube on the other, so I'm trying to keep up with people on both. I'm also kind of busy trying to prove to people that it's not a green screen, which also proves to be a little bit difficult. Oh, Dennis over on YouTube, how you doing? Good to see you. The Charger's an automatic. It's a 727 3-speed on the console. Hey Max, also, I don't necessarily do it on purpose, but when I started doing these lives a couple of weeks ago, I got a lot of people calling me out for it. So I kind of have it lit up in a way that I'm not really purposely trying to make it look fake, but the light that I have on me and the light that I have in the background, I'd say it's calculated, because people come in and they think that it's a green screen. And then a lot of people come in, they're pretty nasty about it. But I think it's kind of fun to have to prove that it's not. And then, I get people to follow along to my automotive nonprofit. So I don't mind it. Dang, we sure did. 5,000, 5.2. Yeah, Randy, those are Vector 10 spokes. I used to have, they're American Racing, they're reproductions, but they're Vector 10 spokes. Dallas, that orange one is a 1969 Dodge Charger. Meow, you know it. You know it. Green screen all the way. I spent a lot of time digitally editing my background for today. Yeah, I usually do, but I'm a lot closer to the phone this time. Yeah, they're crazy nowadays there, Randy. What's up, HHS? Gina dropping that cheese. Oh, wait. Oh, I missed it. Dale Jr.'s green screen garage seems more fitting than AuxAuto. Just saying. Honestly, that'll probably get more people to stick around here. The old British cars. Yesterday we were talking about Lane Motor Museum. Sorry. Pumpkin pie, cheese, it's all the same, isn't it? You can put cheese on anything. Yeah, X King, I can start them, but I'll do that later. The problem is a lot of people come in here and they say it's green screen, and the only way they want me to prove it is to start the cars, and then I end up starting the car like 16 times a night, and then like my 68, the starter ends up burning out. There's a black 81 Corvette back there, if that's the one you're talking about. Oh man, I miss HH. I worked on a 64 and a half Mustang here. Not long after I moved into the shop, the owners had it since about 74. They bought it for $500, and then it was sitting for about 15 years. So I brought it out here. It was a 289 4-speed, bored out 30 over. But I really like working on that car. I'm not a big Mustang fan, but every time I interact with a Mustang, I gain a little bit more of appreciation for them. Even the new ones. Yeah, this is a 383. It's the original engine that came out of this Charger. It spun a cam bearing, so I took it out to preserve it, and I put in a 440 from a 1973 RV. Rodney Young, what do you mean? Whose are they? My favorite build is probably this Roadrunner, because I put a lot of money into that engine, just getting it machined, and it's a great cruiser, and it's got a cool story, and it's got a lot of paperwork with it, and there's a lot of people in the family of the original owner that like seeing it on the road again, so it's probably one of my favorite. Yes, sir, Rodney. I've had the 69 for a long time. When I got back into cars in 2019 or so, I was trying to find another Charger, but they were so expensive. I ended up with this 68. When I got it done, I found this 74 New Yorker, and then long after that one came the Roadrunner. Dallas, that's a 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner. Yeah, EW, were you here yet? You were here yesterday when we were talking about Lane Motor Museum, right? Yeah, the problem is I don't fit in a lot of those British cars. I drove it's German, but there was one time back in my previous life, I was working on a movie project, and we were out doing film festival stuff in Sun Valley, Idaho. And one of the people that put us up, she's super wealthy, and she's like, well, you need a car to drive around. And she gave us the keys to a 1968 Mercedes convertible. Very small car. I think it was a 68. I got a picture of it somewhere. Nicholas, that is close. It is a 1969 Dodge Charger. Oh, sorry, over here on YouTube, Meaty. There's a guy that works around where I'm from that works on a lot of those Opals. My favorite car is probably this, the Charger. I don't have a favorite. It's like trying to pick a favorite artist or a favorite song. I like them all for different reasons, but I like this Charger because of the story behind it and how my dad and I came to acquire it. I like the 69 Roadrunner because of the story and the paperwork with it. And then I like these two because they're just like driving a living room. What's up, Dennis, over on YouTube? Oh, what did I miss? Green screen. I got another green screener. Beamer boy, here's the thing. I'll prove that it's not however you want me to do that, as long as it's not weird. But you gotta follow my automotive nonprofit, which is AuxAuto. It's a nonprofit. I basically pay the shop bills for people that can't afford to make their vehicles safe or operational. And then I come in here and I promote it and I showcase some of my projects and the stuff that I'm working on. Dennis, you talking about that Corvette back there on YouTube? So I got TikTok on this device, and then I got YouTube over here on this one. Yeah, Nicholas, we're gonna take a tour of them here in a little bit. That's true, Meow. I mean, honestly though, I don't care if they do. I'll prove it, but what I'm on here doing is promoting my automotive nonprofit. So if somebody follows, I prove it, and then they leave, you know, I feel like that's still acceptable. What do you want me to do, Beamer? You want me to shut the hood on it? But you know the drill, in case I missed it. You got to follow along with my automotive nonprofit. Hey, once I see that, I shall. That's good. You're in the right place, Beamer. We got people talking about British cars. We got people talking about C-bodies, Mustangs, GTOs. Beamer did it. Dennis, yeah, you bet. Well, no, sorry. Over on YouTube, it's a 68 Chrysler 300 and then a 74 New Yorker underneath it. I put them up there specifically to come on live, so I kind of set the room up for that one. Oh, the Riz Dad. You know what's up, man. Got the TNN hat. I got to go shut this hood for Beamer. I don't have any BMWs in here, though. Although I would like to know if Beamer is for BMW, what your thoughts on the variable compression BMW engine are. Yeah, Krager, I've put that off. I've got the 440 in the Charger now. No, I want to do a derby. A bunch of friends of mine, we went every time I go to a fair. I'm always wanting to get into a derby, and I've got a few cars that could be derby cars, but it always kind of creeps up on me, and I never get a chance to do it. Dennis over on YouTube, I appreciate it. That's what I'm doing here. I kind of showcase the things that I'm working on in my projects. I actually have one project in here I'm working on for a family in Middle Tennessee. It's over here. That Ford truck. But then I just kind of promote my automotive nonprofit, and that's what I'm doing here. No, Krager, I put the 440 in the Charger just to put miles on it and drive it because I like driving, cruising. And once I get this one done, it's going to go back in there. But I really haven't put much of a priority on it because it has an engine and it drives. Tomorrow morning, I'm taking this one to get a different exhaust put on it. by a professional. If it was this C body or this C body, I would do it myself. But these two B bodies actually retain value. So I tend to get those done by professionals that won't screw it up. So eventually, you know, way down the road when somebody else owns them, the work that's done on them lasts. Although I did put the engine in there, but it's not the original engine. Mr. Cornbread, this comes from YouTube. I liked it so much, I got two of them. The 383 spun a cam bearing, so I wasn't getting oil pressure. And I went through the process of trying to eliminate everything else that it could be, like the oil pump or the pickup tube being clogged up, and nothing was working. And so more than likely it's the cam bearing that's spun. Oh, I missed something. Yeah, I do have an Imperial. It's actually in the building where this 74 was parked. It's completely disassembled, but I'm trying to, I want to build that up with like a Detroit diesel and a set of air brakes. Air brakes, which were also developed by Westinghouse back in the late 1800s for trains. No, on the other side of the Charger is a 74 New Yorker Brougham. Or Brougham. Yeah, I need that Cadillac. I need Boss Hogg's Cadillac. Yeah, Craig, I love driving this thing. I actually just had resolved an issue I was having with the torsion bars and the front suspension on it. It took me a couple weeks to figure out, along with a guy named Dab on here on live. Actually was the one that gave me the suggestion to fix it. Appreciate it, farming boy. Same, Willard. My first car was a 1990 Suburban, which is basically a square body Chevy with a back on it. Well, how about this Ford? Sorry, I had to alter my green screen. Oh, and I broke something. Yes, sir, Nicholas. That 69 Charger was a me and Dad project way back in the day. And that's back when you could get them for $6,000. It is a 69. Gina, it's a 40 by 60. Actually, yeah, I think it's a 40 by 60. Appreciate it, Mad Dog. Mad Dog. Well, Gina, it probably looks bigger because it's a green screen and I can alter how big it is. Beamer boy, good eye. Good eye. It's an 81 Corvette, and I don't know what version that is. I don't know a whole lot about Corvettes. That one was donated to my automotive nonprofit, either to fix and sell and use the money for my nonprofit, or fix it and sell it and give the guy what he wants, or then buy it outright, or just 100% donated and I'll turn it into a promo car. But we still haven't worked out the details, and I also haven't had time to really get into it. Cornbread, it's a 79 Ford truck with a 351 modified in it. Nicholas, that is a 1969 383. It's the original engine, the numbers matching engine to this 1969 Dodge Charger. HHS, you probably can drive, just maybe not legally. Yeah, Mr. Cornbread. Is that what a 351M is, the Cleveland? I thought the Cleveland was the 350M. That's right. I got to get my hydration. No, TNN's long gone. TNN was gone in the early 2000s. But it was the same network that would later show like the Power Block and all those trucks shows and the classic car shows, which a lot of folks grew up on. Yeah, I hear you, Cornbread. That I was learning a lot about that Ford truck working on it. Yeah, Frederick. It was I mean, it was like the only network back in the day that was showing like races and NASCAR stuff and had shows that were basically about the like rural things. Rural things. Craig, you talking about the Charger? King Nug, this 383 came out of this Charger. It's the original engine to it. I took it out and I put in a 440 from a 1973 recreational vehicle that only had like 36,000 miles. Welcome back, Bamer. My grandfather, my great-grandfather and his dad, my great-great-grandfather both worked at Ford back in the day. My great-great-grandfather worked at Ford from like the early 1900s until 1950. 40, 30, 2010. He retired after 50 years, and he retired in 61. 50, 40, 30, 20. Yeah, so he started in 1921. Willard, I am a little bit. I've got a 2006 Kawasaki Vulcan. And every year I decide to sell it. And then I put a new battery in it and I drive it. And then I don't want to sell it, and then it sits, and then the battery dies, and then I'll charge it up or put a new battery in it, and I'll drive it, and then I'll decide to sell it, and then I don't, and it's just been that cycle ever since 2010. Where'd you go to? Henry Ford Museum? I got a 2500 right there, HD. That's what I used to haul my cars. Should you fix it? It depends. So there is kind of a thing where people have like their car, their daily driver. That's also their project car. And the problem is, if you're really into cars and you do a lot of work on your project car, there's a lot of times that things go wrong. So I always suggest that people have a dependable daily, no matter what it is, but it's not one that you get your hands in all the time, because you know how we do, we screw things up. So you have your project car that's your meat and taters, but then you have your junky daily that you drive around and get to the places that you need to get to dependably. Total is only temporary, Beamer. Although I really want to make one of these my daily, but every single one of them has a thing that I have yet to fix on it. But that's what we're doing constantly, though. I can't. I don't think I can like it when I'm on a live, though. You got it, Brody. Jared, it's not hard, but I just have yet to do it. I know a guy that has them, but it's not really like something you really want to ship either because it'd be so expensive. But I need a push bar and I need the teardrop antenna on the back of it. Yeah, Krager's got fog lights. They actually work. The ones on the Roadrunner do too. I think I need some allergy medicine. Yeah, we'll go take a tour of them here in a little bit. So I got TikTok on one device and I got YouTube on the other. And ooh, look at my hands. Pretty crazy. The one up top is a 1968 Chrysler 300. I had that driving around earlier today, but then it kind of puttered out on me, and apparently it's not getting any spark, so I got a new ignition coil I got to pick up tomorrow. Hopefully when I'm out in town, getting new exhaust put on the Charger. Who's your friend, B? Appreciate it, Adrian. I don't know if I know any Lances. Well, I mean, I don't have a kid named Lance. I don't think, or they haven't got a hold of me. The bad kid at my school. Yeah, you should, because usually the bad kids are bad kids because they got a lot of stuff going on in their life and they don't know how to talk about it and they got too many emotions swirling around in their head and sometimes they just need somebody to vent to. Usually the bad kids have the hardest life. And the popular kids in high school, they end up selling Tupperware or makeup and going out to Olive Garden because they think that's fancy. What's up, Kim? Yeah, it's far from fancy, but man, you get those people that are popular in high school, they never leave their hometown. Olive Garden's it, man. That's the one. Mr. Cornbread, I've sort of evolved into a huge Mopar fan. Um, I grew up a GM kid, and I've got a pretty healthy fascination with Henry Ford and the Ford Motor Company. But for whatever reason, I migrated to Mopars as a younger lad, and they've kind of stuck with me. EW, I don't even watch football anymore. I used to be a huge Cowboys fan when I was a kid, but I can't tell you the last time I watched like a full football game. Krager, it depends. As long as the 300, the modern 300, is not involved in a takeover at an intersection, and because they still have the SRT version of the 300, which is, I mean, obviously it's the same engine as the Charger, and it's also a four-door. Not bad. I can't hate that. What's up, Anthony? Yeah, Mr. Cornbread, I like everything. I would, I'd like to have a Jay Leno's Garage type of thing where he's got pretty much everything and anything that he finds interesting. So I don't limit myself. Oh, come on, Anthony. You're having a good day now because you're in here. I met Jay Leno once. We were supposed to tour his garage, but I think his wife was sick at the time. So when he got done with the show, because all those late shows back when Jay Leno was the host of it, they film them during the day. You know, obviously they air at nighttime. So instead of getting to go over there, obviously he went home and was taking care of his wife. So we didn't get to. Yeah, I tried to get on the show too. It's a YouTube channel with this Roadrunner, but not so much. What's up, Stringer? What was he doing, Anthony? Hopefully they weren't looking for you. Yeah, were they blacked out Tahoes? Yeah, we can walk around those here in a minute. The one behind me, Randy, is a 383. It's the original engine out of this Dodge Charger. I took it out a few years ago because it spun a cam bearing. And instead of taking it to a machine shop, instead of disassembling it and then taking it to a machine shop to have them fix it, I found a 440 from a 1973 RV and I put it in here. So that's what it's currently got. Yeah, I painted not this one. I painted this one black. That's why I call it the Black Sheep. Dang, Anthony's girlfriend's a baddie. All right, I don't have a lot. I got TikTok on one device. I got YouTube on the other. Not a lot of people on YouTube. So we'll take a little journey of the shop here, and then I'll come back and sit down. I'll probably be on here for a couple hours, or maybe not a couple. It's only 8:30. But we'll see. We'll check some of this stuff out. And we're going to switch this around so you don't have to look at me. This is the original engine to the Charger. It's a 383. It's got the VIN stamped on the pad, but it's over here. No, Mr. Cornbread, I actually want to take this car to Mark Warman over there at Graveyard Cars. Because this is still an all original, aside from the machine shop work. Getting this bed ready. got the original engine, the original 4-speed, the original interior, the original paint, the original vinyl, everything on the original, except for the exhaust, the tires, obviously this radiator because it's shiny, and the battery because it's from O'Reilly's. Yeah, except it would also cost about $100,000. Maybe one day. This one also has, one of the reasons I was drawn to this car because it has so much paperwork. Which I can show you if anybody's interested in that sort of thing. Yeah, Nicholas, we can start that one. I originally wanted to leave it as a survivor when I got this. I got it running with everything that was original on it, and even the carburetor. But it wasn't ever quite right, and I couldn't get it right. So I could have just kept driving it like it was and waiting for it just to have a catastrophic fail. But instead, I took it out, I took it apart, and I took it to a machine shop, and they're like, you saved yourself the original engine because the thrust bearings were worn out, so the crank was kind of like shifting back and forth, because it's a 4-speed, so you know that pressure between the flywheel and the clutch, and the crank was worn out, so if I kept driving like that, I would have had a catastrophic engine failure. So anyway, we fixed that, we got new pistons, it's bored over 30 thousandths. They machined the cam, the crank, the connecting rods, and now it runs pretty smooth. Yeah, now it's got it's back to its 335 horsepower, plus a little bit more because it's poured out. Maybe 336 horsepower. Plus it's a 4-speed. This one is a automatic 727 3-speed on the console. So this is the original engine. This was also rebuilt. It's bored 30 over, but for whatever reason, the cam bearing decided it didn't want to stay in place, and I was not getting oil pressure like I should have, or to the top of the engine. So I found this 1973 RV engine, and I put it in here a couple of years ago. Yeah, the Roadrunner probably has 337. Each horsepower, each piston was a half a horsepower. No, Aiden, what I would like to find is a Model A. My grandfather took a road trip back in 1948 in a 1929 Ford Model A, and he documented it, and I have all these pictures of it, and they journaled it, and I made a video about it on my AuxAuto YouTube channel. And I would love to find something similar to that 29 because I don't think it exists anymore, but I would like to make a tribute car. Yeah, Mr. Cornbury. That's the thing with this dude right here. The 74, like this is after they detuned him. But man, this still got torque like crazy. It'll roast the tires on it. Same thing, this of course, this is a 68. It's still got the horsepower that they had in 68 and the torque. This one's only really got the torque. And this one's got neither. Yeah, the door's open. Somebody wanted me to start this and I keep putting it off, so I'll do that. Plus I can use this for when I get no exhaust on it. Now Gina, where it was sitting, this side of the car was on the outside of a barn. So it kind of got the sun and the weather, and the other side not so much. I can't show you the interior of that one anymore. Because it's so high up there. My fuel gauge broke on. I went and filled this up today so I could leave out kind of early in the morning. And the fuel gauge doesn't work anymore. The Charger's still got its original interior, but I tracked down the genealogy of this car, and I talked to a guy that bought it in the mid '90s, and he told me that he put new seats in it, so the seats aren't original, but all the dash stuff is, and the rear seat is. Yeah, I need that tan interior. I also need the push bar on the front. But I'm on the right track. I got the '69 Charger. That's the first thing. Yeah, the steering wheel on this car is my favorite of all. And what's crazy is you can't buy these steering wheels for like $300 or $400. And when I was in high school, our driver's ed simulators, we had like 40 of them, and they all had that steering wheel. No, I can't sell it. Paint's not original. I mean, otherwise it'd be an original. But it is painted. It's not decals. It's not magnetic. It's actually paint. This paint is original. You see all those glorious defects on there. That's my favorite part. This paint's original. This paint's original. Oh, this is the other side unit. I got one fender that's faded, but the rest of it's pretty nice. Is anybody a fan of paperwork? Documentation, perhaps? Sean, the last time I did that, my jean pocket got hooked on the lock, and it ripped my pants, and I fell out backwards. This is my Roadrunner folder. That is the original owner with the car in about 1970 on the way down from Detroit. That's Bill. This Roadrunner was bought at Randall Brothers up in Detroit. This is like a promo ruler that they have. There was also I ended up finding this on the YouTubes, a Randall Brothers matchbook promo item, which I thought was kind of cool. This particular piece of sheets that you're looking at is the original estimate for the car, or it's an appraisal with all of the options on it. This is the final statement of vehicle sale. Not necessarily, I guess that's the bill of sale. It's a work order that had some of the options on it. Performance axle package, tinted glass, remote side mirror, defogger, push button radio, vinyl top, road wheels, and the Z-bar process. Window sticker. Bill doing the math to make sure that he could afford to make the payments on it, and then his wife doing the math again to make sure that he got it right. Final bill of sale, or final payment of sale, I guess. 9/21 to 9/24. This is Bill's original cashier's check that he paid $2,000, and he paid the rest in cash. Proof of insurance. Z-Bark rust proof process. Popular up in Detroit at the time. Build sheet. This is what I did to it. It's a receipt for all that stuff. And then the books, the warranty book, and the key card. So if you lose your key, you get another one cut. One of the big reasons that I fell in love with this car was because of this folder and stuff that's in it. And Bill was a hippie. Peace, brother. He also cared about his other drivers because he got proof of all of his State Farm insurance. Oh, and Gina, I got this thing. Kind of shiny. It wasn't shiny like that when it came in here. Yeah, Craig, I'd love to have one of those. They're hard to come by. This caught fire about 5 or 6 years ago, which is evident on the hood here. And I thought I could get it running. And I ended up finding a donor truck up in Kentucky that had the distributor, the ignition coil, the carburetor, this wiring harness, and all the parts that I needed. And now it runs. I've got to replace the gas tank in it. And then hopefully I'll be able to see it burned. Hopefully I'll be able to deliver it sometime before the end of the year. Go ahead, talk about the truck. This is a 79. Got the 79, I got some smooth jazz playing. I got the 69 Charger with some smooth jazz playing. I got the 69 Roadrunner with some smooth jazz playing. The 74 New Yorker Brougham with some smooth jazz playing. And the 1968 Chrysler 300 with some smooth jazz. I think I could probably sand this down and then kind of paint match it. Same thing with that front fender. No, me out. The part of the wiring harness that I needed was only on. It was only for the ignition. The rest of it doesn't really still work because it's not going to have heat. It's got AC, but that won't work. I'm basically just trying to get this driving, and it does drive. truck too close this time. Oh, hello there. No, the Charger. Well, it's got 2x20 AC. 2 windows down, 20 miles an hour. That'll cool you off pretty good. I only got one Charger, but I can't sell it to you. It'd be against what I told myself a long time ago. Because once upon a time, I sold two 1960. Hold on. I got to drag the puzzle piece. Once upon a time, I sold two 1968 Dodge Chargers for $3,500. And if I had hung on to those, it would be a world of difference. A world of difference. I agree, the Charger is the ultimate car. It's my favorite. I even got it tattooed on my forearm. The ultimate car. I like them old Novas. You have to find another one. Get you another 72 Nova project car, or just get a driver. Thank you, classic car guy. Good eye spotting out the Charger in the background. The Duster, man, my first introduction to classic cars was a 1972 Plymouth Gold Duster that my parents had, and they drove it from Plymouth, Michigan, down to Georgia, then to California, then back to Michigan, and then I think Georgia again, and then Tennessee. Two-door, 72 Plymouth Gold Duster with no AC, all across the country twice. What's up, David? I'm not Dale. I don't think Dale would be on here promoting his automotive nonprofit, but that's what I'm doing. I got TikTok on one device and I got YouTube on the other. Just hanging out in the shop, listening to some smooth jazz. The one my parents had, it was a slant 6. And I remember it was so loud. And now it's only, of course, it's gone now. I've been trying to find that car too. But I tracked it down to the person that they gave it to. And they don't know what happened to it after that. Heck yeah, a 19 Tahoe Police Interceptor. You got to be careful with the cop cars, man. They got idle hours. Idle hours on them are always pretty high. Yeah, those slant 6s were indestructible. A friend of mine growing up had a Dodge Dart slant 6, and we tried to blow that engine up because he had 2 of them. One was a parts car and the other, and it was not possible. There's some fine Corinthian leather, yes. Maybe when all of this fine cloth fabric couch material wears out. Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty new. Must have been a supervisor's car. Can't go wrong with the 350. Welcome back, EW. Did they leave a rifle in there? That's just in the back seat, Gina. That's where all the body fluids come out. Nice, 64 Plymouth Barracuda. Dang, they really didn't even go through that car. Probably some kind of violation of policy there. 318s weren't really powerful, but they sure sounded good. You could make them powerful, especially the later ones. I got a set of 318 heads from a 1969 318 that I've been wanting to find a modern 318 to put on there to see if it'll put out some HPs. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine what was under there. Probably had evidence to a crime or something. Buy a car in an auction and you got like 20 ounces of meth and some fentanyl, some handcuffs, a revolver. Hello, Charlie. And Peach. That's pretty much what I'm doing tonight. Hanging out, talking about my automotive nonprofit. Covering bills for people that can't afford to make their vehicles safe or operational. Showcasing some of my projects that I have here. Out at Auxland, the automotive complex that houses AuxAuto, the automotive nonprofit. Starting to get a little chilly out here, and when it does get really, really cold, I'll probably move into the first floor of my memorabilia area. So the scene will look a little bit different. But I'll probably still listen to smooth jazz. Yeah, leave some of the illegal stuff for the next person. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Oh, it is Tuesday. Is it really Tuesday? I feel like I just gained another day because I legitimately thought it was Wednesday. Nicholas Hines, I do. Actually, I am live on TikTok right here on this device right here. And I'm on YouTube over here on this one. YouTube is AuxAuto. I've made it a goal of mine to try to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's kind of difficult to do when your YouTube channel is trying to cover the shop bills of other people. And then 5,000 on TikTok. I'm getting really confused. I don't even know what day it is right now. Apparently it's Tuesday. Yeah, AUXAUTO should be the same as the one up here in the corner. It's got the... For the continuity of recognition, it should have the same picture of me in the yellow suit. Dead Soul, that 68-300 is 68. But I'll give you some credit because, I mean, all those C bodies are very similar. Yeah, H. Hunter. We tried to figure that out. He even screenshotted a picture of me looking like I was getting fired, and still not sure, but you know, who knows? I've had my phone number for like 27 years. Yeah, Nick, it should be the same. AUXAUTO. Seis quince, Hunter. 615. Oh, Tyler, what's up over there? Swapping avenues on me over there. Nice. Welcome back, Meow. Andy, I try to do the best I can. Living the life I was born to live. Giving it all I've got to give. That's from the movie Rockstar, by the way. Krager, you have a good night. Thanks for being here. You being here, literally supporting my automotive nonprofit, means more to me than I think anybody really understands. I don't come on here asking for money. I just ask for support and followers and subscriptions. And hopefully one day that turns into something that I can turn into AuxAuto assists, for the lack of better terms. So I do appreciate it. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe you got a new phone number and my number was in the old person's contacts. I don't know. Roy, that is a 1974 Chrysler New Yorker Brougham. This one here, if you're talking about that one, it's a 1969 383. It's the original engine for this Charger. I kind of set it up here just for the lives. Just, spark a conversation or two. Very close, yeah. That's how I am with most things. Close but no cigar. I think I got a piece of 68 300 in my eyeball. When you're under a car. Even I got a lift, but even I'll put a car in the lift and I only lift it up to the second notch and I still go down there underneath it on a creeper. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm manually winking at everybody. See? Hello there. Good to see you with my good eye. Man, I'm dying over here. Oh, thanks. I'm fattered. I was on here last night and somebody had a 76 New Yorker and they wanted to see mine, but usually it's parked in another building that I've got here on the AuxAuto complex. So I went and got a battery for this Ford truck, and so I bought a battery for this one. $500 of batteries today for 2 batteries. Is that ridiculous? Yes, I will answer that. That is absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, so I pulled it up here and I kind of set this up. General's kind of smooth, though. That's the thing. I'm taking it tomorrow to get some. I'm either going to get it straight piped or I'm going to get some glass packs put on it. Probably glass packs because it's got a lower rear end in it. So when you're driving at about 55, the RPMs are a little higher. And I think straight pipes would probably drone my brain. Geez, VUH, 850 horsepower. That's crazy. What's in it? Yeah, Nicholas, pretty much all these things are. Mopar parts aren't cheap anymore. Yeah, I remember when you can buy a battery for $38. Not so much money. But it's crazy because that's why I started my automotive nonprofit, AuxAuto. I mean, $450 is typically what I've experienced. $350 to $450 is what it costs to take your vehicle to a shop, have them do a diagnostic, and replace a battery in a modern car, because that's what I've paid on multiple occasions for people that can't afford to make their vehicle safe or operational, which is crazy because a lot of times, I mean, that's a week's paycheck. So that's kind of where I come in and take care of that stuff. Then I come on here and I showcase some of my stuff and some of my projects, and I just try to get people to follow along. Yeah, I need to figure out a way to refurbish old batteries. That's ridiculous. That's why I listen to smooth jazz while I live stream. I forget the cost of batteries. It's so soothing, especially out here in the country. That's right. That's right, Gina. Not because I like smooth jazz, no. It's because, oh my goodness. I've got a rust preventative stuff in my eyeballs still. I can see an 06. That's a little easier to upgrade than the old classic Mopars. Although this RV engine in here is a pretty good candidate to get it built. And I'm kind of tempted to do that. What I want to do is replace the K member on this one and upgrade the front end and build the 440 that's in it and just kind of have an HP monster. Yeah, I remember that too, Gina. You go get your new school slacks and a battery. Yeah, I've had that too, James. That burns. It's also a pretty unhealthy carcinogen into your eyeballs. I remember going to Kmart a lot. What was it, Super K, that were trying to compete with the Walmart? Because it was across the street from the place we used to rent VHS videos from. Not Blockbuster, but it was a local one. Yeah, Braden, you probably got all sorts of carcinogenic fluids and fumes. I actually, in this 69 Roadrunner, there was a movie ticket for a local VHS. I should find that thing. Oh, you know what? I actually think it's here because I took a lot of that stuff out when I went on my road trip journey. Oh, yeah. Drew? I don't think so. I tell you what, we could race for pinks with your Civic. But whoever's vehicle's worth more in the end when gets the pink slip. Here's when I bought that '69 Plymouth. This newspaper was underneath it, and it's from April 19th of 1987, with all these happy marriages. Which is funny, and a lot of news from 1987, a lot of ads from, check this out, Super Sellout. $189 a month for a Ford Tempo. Ford Escort GL, $160 a month. Is it a Bronco for $255? That's wild. Also, I got this 1969 repair manual. It wasn't with the car. I got that in a different lot of things. Oh, here it is. It was called The Movie Station, and it was in Cookeville, Tennessee. Rent any 2 movies and receive the children's movie for free. Coupon expires September 1st, 1985. That was the place. And I remember that because it was right across the street from Kmart. Wonder what else is in the newspaper. Let's see what else is going on in the news in 1987. You can get a 19 cubic foot refrigerator for $369. A 3-cycle automatic washer for $459. A 3-cycle deluxe dryer, $359. .7% financing on a Ram 50. You should just go buy some hamburger meat and grill it, meow. Yeah, that's all the cool ads in there. But it was cool. Trip into the past. What did I miss? Robin Egg Blue 65. I won't be able to search it while I'm on here. There was another one. I had a Sears catalog. Actually, it's out in another building out here. I still got it, but they had the tire advertisements and all the music instruments for a Sears catalog. It was kind of fun going through.